Not only are all these switch triggers so important right now, but there are fewer switch barriers right now, right? With this 5-star SEP, now we have more options to, even during lock-in. If I didn't make a change during OEP, I can probably still make a change because 30 million Medicare beneficiaries have access to a 5-star plan now. So, I mean, I'll probably have one. I mean, I know I have several in my county, right where I live, in my zip codes. But so yeah, I mean, I think a lot of, like, everything you two have said is so important to understand who's movable and to address all of those triggers and barriers.
That's a great point, Rex. The ease of switching is actually, you cannot deny it. It's so much easier to switch, and the experience is so much better than it was in the past. You go on, and we're talking about SelectQuote, you take any of the e-brokers, it's now almost Amazon. Like, it's one click and done. It's very close to that. It's not exactly the same, but it's transparent. It gives you information, and people can navigate. People feel in control. It really addresses and provides an alternative to what was traditionally a single approach or a limited set of approaches. So we see if people are unhappy or they have a reason to switch, the market has changed. And recognizing that it is so much more effortless to switch than it was in the past is going to make this this SEP or 2022 a very unusual year. Not only the fact that there are more plans was 5 stars, but in the past, if you look at traditional numbers, there has been switching that happens during the 4 to 5-star plans, the SEP. But now I think the market and the tools are much more comprehensive, better experiences, and easily accessible. So you'll see an uptick in the number of people switching for sure.
Yeah, I think it's going to be potentially eye-opening to a lot of plans who haven't really had to face this in the past. You haven't had a 5-star competitor in your market. It hasn't been necessarily as easy as it is now. But like with what you're saying, Shub, and the stuff that Kara has mentioned, it's this perfect storm where we have this 1 year, right, where it's very simple to do, and the opportunities abound. And as you said, like some of what I really enjoyed was some of the tactical steps, because we still have 80+% of the plans out there. They're not 5 stars and are likely going to have to face these things. And so looking at, monitoring these calls, how many times are these people calling in, looking at the education that's possible, but giving them these tactical things to apply to what I believe is something that's probably not going to really surface for a handful of months before some of these plans actually start feeling the impact of this reality.